Thank you, everybody. A huge personal thanks to Colonel Bishop, Colonel Sklitsky, showing me the trust that you have in my ability to lead and take this into the future. It's been an amazing personal journey with you, Aaron, and looking forward to meeting Christine and working together as an Eielson family to make this mission happen. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Also, thank you to the group commanders, the squadron commanders, the chiefs, all of our civilian dignitaries and visitors and guests here today. Thank you for being here. We have industry partners, and we are embarking on a fantastic and amazing journey for Eielson. And I am honored to have your presence here in attendance and occasional obligatory applause and laughter as well. Thank you again to TACT and his team, taking all the services, protocol, and the volunteers across the base from the OG and the fighter wing to make this happen today. I'm also part-time snacko as well as the new commander, but it's been a great show. You guys have done a professional job, and I thank you for it. I can't really put a formation at ease right now for this talk, but I do want to make it right in one way. Rally, will you do me the honor to give me my first salute? Thanks, brother. Rally, you may sit at ease. Rally and I go way back, and it's going to be an honor to have him serve as my director of operations for at least the next 2 days. You may not know that we're sending Rally down to Arizona for the next 3 months to get him requalified in the F-35. Tiffany, don't throw anything at me. And a very special thanks to Tiffany for helping us get the Guidon ready in time and making that a special event. For your efforts on that, amazing talents, and thank you. So I get it, we may be missing a few things like personnel and aerial vehicles and popcorn machines, squadron bugs, RMOs, and all that, but that doesn't mean that we're missing the important stuff, like frosty cold beverages right back there in a moment. Now, one thing we will see here pretty soon, as a matter of fact, quicker than we expect, is a new F-35 fresh off the factory floor, 356 Fighter Squadron tail flash, thanks to our awesome aircraft maintenance team here at Eielson Air Force Base. I can't wait to see that bird land here. Thank you very much. And as a matter of fact, that airplane back there is going to be key and instrumental to the future of this jet as well. With the KC-135 and the F-35, we're going to go across the Indo-Com POR and probably around the world to do many great and amazing, wonderful things. I have to thank my beautiful wife, Amanda. Who took a risk on me a long time ago and an insurance policy and sent me off to Afghanistan twice. Sent me to weapons school, thankfully only once. Sent me to Korea twice, all while carrying and bearing 2 sets of twins, born only 18 months apart. So it's not my biography that should be on this program today, because it's the mountains that she's really climbed and conquered that's gotten me here today. To Clay, Claire, Luke, and Lily, my beautiful children, thank you for at least pretending to remember who I was when I walked in the door on some nights. You've been a wonderful support to me, and we're going to have a fun time here. I am blessed to have my mother, father, and my sister Esther here. My mother is a saint. She raised me well. Her own father served in World War II in the Pacific Theater in the Solomon Island campaign and was reactivated himself in 1950 to deploy to the Korean theater for the conflict. Lieutenant Colonel James Moore Jr. He paid the ultimate sacrifice, paid the ultimate price, and somehow you found it in your heart to let your son become a fighter pilot as well. And to my father, what a cool journey to come down memory lane, a place where you grew up in Alaska, and you knew all about the moose hunting and the float planes, and about the log cabins out in the middle of nowhere and the snowshoeing. And I'm honored to follow your footsteps physically and also in your journey in life. He's a retired Army officer who put boots on the ground in the Southeast Asian conflict in 1970. Coincidentally, only a few years before the 356 Fighter Squadron showed up for a campaign in Thailand, providing close air support. The 356 Fighter Squadron has done it all over the PACOM AOR. We've been to Kunsan Air Base. We've been to Misawa Air Base. We've defended Vietnam. We've defended Korea. We've defended Japan. So to our partners and allies, this is familiar territory for us. And we will forge ahead with the mission to continue to protect the United States and her sisters and interests abroad. We have a history of firsts in the 356 Fighter Squadron. As Colonel Sklitsky commented, we started in the P-51s in the European theater. And the pioneering group took a brand new airplane and became the highest scoring unit in the European theater. We can't talk about the 356 Fighter Squadron without talking about Major James Howard going outnumbered 30-1 against his adversary to protect the bombers, to get over to Germany and support the invasion. We train and fight outnumbered all the time, especially here, and we will continue to do so. And we're going to find a way to make it happen just like he did. Another crazy first, the 356 Tactical Fighter Squadron was activated at Myrtle Beach to fly the first operational A-10 squadron in the United States Air Force. And those guys, the Green Demons, took it again to the enemy in Desert Storm. When I made a post to notice that we were going to reactivate the 356 Fighter Squadron, the old tactical fighter bubbas on the My Book just exploded with stories and comments. I was there, 1977. I was there, 1990. The names just started listing down of all the former Green Demons that had walked in those paths and done amazing things. This jet is really good at suppression of enemy air defense. And I've got a story on Facebook of an A-10 pilot in Iraq that rolled in and shot an anti-aircraft artillery piece, ZSU-23-4, right in the face at close range with a Maverick rifle and shack. That's some suppression of enemy air defenses. This is the legacy that we will carry. These are the shoulders that I will stand on. And the men and women future of the Green Demons will go out and do the things that they've been charged to do by our commander, and the things that we know are right for the United States and our allies and partners. There's even a former Green Demon with us today. Red, will you raise your hand? Thank you, sir, for your service and for all the men and women of the former 356 that have really done what it takes to get us here at this point in the United States Air Force, in an F-35 at Eielson Air Force Base and ready to take it all over the Pacific. Thank you, sir. What a legacy and what an adventure. We're going to take a shiny new toy, a low observable aircraft that's capable of things that we can only dream of in the future updates. We're going to take it to that high-end fight. We're going to exceed our mandate and our charge. We're going to face the foe. We're going to defeat the adversary in near-peer competition. But leadership's about people. And I'm totally committed to taking care of the people, letting the people take care of the mission, and taking care of those that America's mothers and fathers, those sons and daughters that they've entrusted in my care. I pledge my whole dedication, everything that I can do in the next year and 2 years to make that happen, I will do that. We will even blaze the trail for Ops 2. So everything that we do now gets them one step ahead, one step further and ready for the fight. So there's much more to go, much more to come, and the future looks bright for the 356. So all I have to say left is let's go after and get it. Let's go Green Demons. Thank you.